Hello, Kinard families. This is Principal Jesse Morrill, and I wanted to take a moment to share some updates and some important information regarding the CMAS assessments that all students in PSD will be participating in this spring.
Students at Kinard, like all public school students in our district and state, will participate in the Colorado Measures of Academic Success, or CMAS, assessments during the month of April. These tests are the state's common measurement of students' progress each year in English language arts, math, science, and social studies. As a national model school for professional learning communities, our vision is to ensure high levels of learning for all students, and at Kinard, all means all. We do this by focusing on three big ideas: learning, collaboration, and results. The CMAS assessments, along with regular classroom common assessments as well as district assessments, help us to focus on results and ensure we're meeting the goal of all means all when it comes to student growth and achievement at Kinard. The CMAS assessments provide us with a wealth of information at a school and individual student level so that we can set goals, close learning gaps, and meet the unique needs of each child at Kinard. The CMAS assessments also provide us with a measure of comparison between Kinard and other Colorado schools. The CMAS data is what is used by the state to determine our ratings on our yearly school performance framework, which is essentially our state report card. As you can see from our most recent school performance framework, Kinard earns the highest possible plan type, which is a performance plan. This means we meet or exceed state standards for student growth and achievement. We are proud to have earned the performance plan rating every year since we opened in 2004. However, you will also notice the additional demarcation of low participation on our school performance framework. What I would like to address next is a hope to remove this notation from future state report cards for Kinard. You will notice that we fall below the 95% required participation rate due to parent opt-outs or refusals to test. While this does not affect our overall rating, as long as we have proper documentation to support the opt-outs, it does run counterintuitive to our vision of all means all. The fewer students who take the test means the less accurate our data becomes. This then affects our ability to truly see what our kids know and are able to do, and negatively impacts our ability to implement school-wide or individual interventions to ensure all kids learn and grow at high levels during their time at Kinard. Many of you have selected Kinard as your child's middle school because of our high student achievement and our focus on results and data for continuous improvement. Therefore, we ask that you consider supporting our endeavors to continue learning and growing by ensuring we have accurate and complete data for all students on the CMAS assessments. With that being said, we realize that every child is unique, and every parent has the legal right to determine whether testing is best for their children. However, there are some common reasons we hear for opting out of the CMAS test that I would like to address. Many times we hear from parents or students that they are opting out because a friend, sibling, or everyone is doing the same. This is a misconception, as you can see from our performance framework that 80 to 90% of our students took the CMAS assessments last year. Therefore, like so many other decisions in life, we encourage each student to consider his or her own options and not make a choice about testing simply because someone else is taking or not taking the test. We also often hear that students elect not to take the CMAS assessments due to test anxiety. While we understand and realize that test anxiety is a very real concern for many children and parents, I would encourage you to see CMAS as a way for students to build test-taking strategies to alleviate anxiety and give students coping mechanisms to succeed on standardized assessments. While the CMAS tests are considered high stakes for our school and district, they should not be for our students. In fact, we want our students to test in the most relaxed setting possible to ensure the most accurate information is gained from the tests. We do not pressure our students to attain a certain score or to study or prep for CMAS, other than getting good sleep and eating a healthy breakfast prior to testing days. Students prepare for CMAS by doing their best in class each and every day of the year, and we see these spring assessments as a way to celebrate the hard work of our students and staff throughout the whole year. Additionally, because CMAS is a low-stakes test for students, it can help them to practice the skills necessary to succeed on subsequent standardized assessments later in life. Just as one practices before playing in a soccer game or takes lessons to learn an instrument, CMAS can be seen as the most applicable practice for future standardized assessments that will mean a great deal to students in the coming years. Being familiar with the format and testing environment can help prepare students to succeed on tests such as the ACT and SAT later in high school. Just as with most skills in life, practice and familiarity have a significant effect on overall success. As you can see, at Kinard, we highly value the rich data and information the CMAS assessments provide us. We ask all students and families to work with our staff to ensure the best outcomes for our students. We strive for continual improvement and to ensure high levels of learning for each and every Kinard student. CMAS provides us one method by which to measure our success with these aims. While we realize the CMAS tests assess only a small portion of your child's aptitudes and abilities, they do provide us with concrete data that we can use to make informed decisions to support individual student growth and overall success of our academic programs. So, we ask that you consider the opportunity to test with sincerity and hope that most families will opt in to CMAS this year. Coming together to support students in demonstrating their learning and growth will help our school to continue to reach high levels of success and achievement that we are all proud of. For in the words of Hal Kinard, we can and we will.